go back. Like, really. Life lessons with Ali. Hi everyone, welcome back. A bit more of an informal chat again today. I think the last few videos have been quite tutorial heavy, and I was watching them back and realised that we'd maybe drifted from the original life lessons format. So today, just a few little chitty chatty points and a little bit of advice from me based on things that I have noticed this week. So first thing is that a lot of my students, I've noticed, have been telling me that they've been waking up at 5 o'clock in the evening from their bed, from their nighttime sleep, which the nighttime sleep seems to have started at 6 in the morning. So this is an issue, isn't it? I absolutely 100% can promise you that that is not healthy. Unless you have to do it, like you're working shifts or something, that is not good. So first thing is that people need to start sorting out their sleeping patterns. I am in no way, shape or form a professional sleep pattern setter, and that, yes, that is a job title. Google it if you want. But yeah, it does concern me. As I'm sure to those viewers watching who have normal sleeping patterns will also agree with me that that is not normal. So, first thing is you need daylight. Even if it's not that sunny outside, you just need daylight because vitamin D is quite a big deal in humans. Also, mental health wise, with everything that's going on at the minute, keep banging on about mental health, don't I? But that is not good for your mental health. So can we please sort out our sleeping patterns? But yeah, so we're in May. How did that happen? I have no idea. I feel like April lasted about a day and a half, maybe 2 days. But it seemed to skip from March to May. Don't know. So if you're like me and you're finding that time is going quite quickly, then great, because we need time to go quickly at the minute, don't we? So what I've decided to do as a second point is that, again, a lot of students are telling me, oh, there's just nothing to do. There's nothing to do. I don't know about you, but I've done more in the last 5 weeks than I normally do when I'm working. So people need to learn how to rise to the opportunity if you are safe and well to do so. Learn how to cook, learn how to do some kind of new skill like art, read a book. It doesn't have to be a boring book. You can find a book about something that interests you, like, I don't know. If you're interested in gardening, read a book about gardening. If you're interested in tennis, read a book about tennis. Like, you get what I'm saying. Oh, yeah, like listening to podcasts. There are so many free podcasts that you can listen to, and they're actually really decent. Like, there's some comedy ones on there. Some famous comedians have podcasts. There's conspiracy podcasts. There's like crime thriller podcasts. There's all sorts. So rather than like having your eyes locked into a screen 24 hours a day, you can have your ears locked into the sound of wise people talking. So off the back of this, I have decided to put together a little 7-day challenge. And it's like these things that are travelling around on Instagram at the minute. So I personally am doing one of these 30-day music challenges. There's photo challenges out there. There's all sorts of stuff. I have put together a 7-day challenge, which you will find either on my own Instagram account, my professional Instagram account, and you can also find it on the Creative Arts Instagram account in the stories. You take a screenshot of it, and then each day for 7 days you do what it says. So go and have a look, because this will not only help you to come up with ideas of things to do, it'll give you little challenges, it'll hopefully be a bit of fun. Okay, so I also thought that for my next video I would showcase some of the work that people have been creating in lockdown. Ideally this will be my students, current students, but if anyone else watching this has been creating work and they want to show that off, show how, I don't know, how you've maybe learned a new skill during lockdown. So it doesn't even have to be photographic. It could be that you've suddenly taken up gangster rap and you want to showcase your rapping skills, or your drawing skills, or again, cooking. I mean, ideally I'd like some photography in there, because let's be honest, it's a film and photography YouTube account. It could be scripts, it could be anything. I want to showcase the work that people are doing in lockdown, and a bit like the alumni video I did a couple of weeks ago, I would quite like to put together a video on that. So message me please. Again, you can either contact me on my work email. If you're one of my students, you can contact me via Teams. If you are a fellow photographer, you can contact me on my photography Instagram account, or you can direct message on the Creative Arts Facebook page or Instagram account, or comments below. Alright, and then to finish off for this week, I just wanted to revisit part of the How to Take Better Photographs video from last week, and just focus a little bit more on the composition side. So I think some people get not confused with composition, but they maybe second guess themselves of how they should be composing a photograph. So I will put a couple of different tricks and examples on this screen. So we have rule of thirds over here, and what that does is sort of helps you split up your photograph into 3 sections that is supposed to be more pleasing to the eye. So you would align things along one of those 3 sections, or on the grid when there's 9 sections, you might want to have everything in the left hand side, everything in the right hand side. You might want to put a horizon along the lower third. So it's about breaking up your picture and just positioning things to feel a bit more aesthetically pleasing. On this side we have leading lines. So this is an idea of lines drawing you into a photograph, to maybe a focal point. It just kind of guides you in, and it can also give a bit more structure to an image that maybe would have felt a little bit all over the place. And then a couple of new ones. This one is the natural frame. This is used massively within nature. Obviously trees are such a beautiful natural frame, and I find it helps. Sometimes you can have such a vast landscape and there might not be a lot going on within that landscape, and you just want to kind of bring that in. It almost vignettes, but with foliage, trees. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be something from nature. It could be a building, a couple of buildings. It could even be people. If you're doing street photography and you're, I mean, RIP street photography at the minute, but if you were doing street photography, you were focusing on someone in the distance and you had some people closer to the camera that were out of focus, and just framing that in as well. So loads of natural frames with that one. And last one over here, we have just keeping it straight. So we mentioned that last week. It's so important that unless you're creatively giving your photograph a dramatic angle, that you are keeping everything straight within the frame. It just helps things look a bit more professional. Obviously, if it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa, it's going to be slanted, okay? We know that. But if you're photographing a regular building, then we want those vertical lines to line up with the parallels of the frame and be parallel to the frame. And I think that brings us to the end of this week's life lessons. I feel like it's been a little bit more of a back to the original roots of life lessons this week, and I sincerely hope that people do take what I've said into consideration. I'm not saying it to be annoying, and I'm not saying it because I think I know best. I'm saying it because I do genuinely care about my students and anyone who is potentially struggling with anything going on at the minute. So please, please, please have a go. Do the 7-day challenge. Tag me in it if you want, or put like hashtag ALYSSA'S life lessons. Obviously I can't see it if you've got a private account, but again, if you're one of my students, it'll also go on your WordPress. So it'd be great to see how you engage with that over the next week. So thanks for watching. Next week we will have even more wonderful life lessons. I hope you're all okay. Please take care, and I will see you next week. Bye.